Hey guys, before this video here, I'd like to let you know that I was supposed to film the disassembly of the rad support and radiator AC condenser on the project Second Chance, the 87 Buick Grand National. And I kind of did a new move. I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to this GoPro stuff, and I pressed on the wrong button, and instead of doing the time lapse of video, I did a time lapse of photos. So I got 1,000 photos of the disassembly, but no video. So I'll be putting a couple of photos of the disassembly with some voiceover to let you know what I did exactly, and try to get you guys situated in where I'm at with this project. So in this next video, you'll see some photos of the disassembly of the rad support and radiator and AC condenser, and some video of where the car's at right now at the body shop with the frame getting pulled and everything. So keep on watching. Subscribe, like, and press that bell to not miss one more video. And I'm trying to put more content out for you guys. I'm getting all my stuff situated. Bought a new laptop for the videos and everything to do my editing and all that stuff. So thank you guys. Keep on watching. We'll talk later. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Muscle Car Steve, and today we're working on project Second Chance. This is my 1987 Buick Grand National that was smashed into a pole, and we're rebuilding it to put it back on the road and give it a second chance. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking out the rad support, the radiator, the AC condenser, and all the lines, so I could put back the scrap rad support so they could pull the frame on the damage on the frame, and take out the kinks and the fenders on each side, that because since the rad support got pushed in, it kinked a bit the fenders. So today we're going to do step by step how to remove the radiator, the fan, the AC condenser, and all that stuff that's around there to take out the rad support. And I'll show you guys what tools to use and what size sockets to use to take out the rad support. So today we're working on project Second Chance again. First step of taking out the rad support is going to be taking out the AC lines, the oil cooler lines, and the transmission cooler lines. The AC is already empty because in the smash, the condenser got smashed and all the gas evaporated, so there's no danger of taking the lines off right away. No gas is going to escape. Then after that, we're going to take the oil cooler lines off and the transmission cooler lines, and after that, we're going to be able to take off the two 10mm bolts on each side of these brackets. They're already out, but I rather tell you guys, there's a 10mm nut to take these off, and then the bolt itself is 10mm to take off the top of the fan. And at the bottom of the fan, I'll try to put the camera there a bit later on, there's two 10mm bolts to take out to free up the fan and take the fan out, plus the electrical connector that's down there. So once those are all off, we're going to be able to take the radiator off, the fan off, and we're going to be, after that, taking the AC condenser off. So I'm going to put you on the time lapse for the hoses and everything, and I'll come back after for the rest of the disinstall if you want. Well guys, it took a lot longer than I expected. The last oil cooler line was completely seized into the radiator, so I just decided to cut the hose because I'm getting rid of the oil cooler all in one piece, because it's a bad design, and we'll be running something else in its place. So I took the rad out, the fan bolts out, the two here at the bottom, the two at the top. I took both hoses off, and I took the transmission cooler lines off, and I took the oil cooler lines off. And now the only thing left to do is take the radiator off. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Let's get this puppy out of here. Second. There we go. As you guys can see, it's starting to rot. It's completely rotting here, and it bowed because of the impact it came in. So I'm going to be changing the core of this radiator, because I still want to keep the end tanks, the original end tanks of the radiator. So I'll probably try to see if I could go with a bigger core. If I can't, at least the original one is going to be fine. So this is the radiator coming out. So it's not that hard unless you have this fitting right here that's not cooperating and seizing into the radiator. But except for that, it went super easy. Two radiator two transmission oil lines here, and the two for the AC condenser in front, and the two oil coolers, two hoses, four bolts for the fan, 10mm bolts by the way, and radiators out of the car. So next thing is going to be the AC condenser. So I'm going to drop this out and take the AC condenser out. Well guys, welcome to Canada. It's snowing. For sure it had to snow when I was working on this car. Yeah? What do you want? Canada life, they say. Yeah? So the next step, as I was telling you, is I'm going to be taking out the AC condenser, and I'll try to flip this camera around there, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So this little piece here is the AC condenser, and it's pretty easy to take out. There's one hose there, one hose there. Pull those out, and right underneath here there's a 10mm bolt here, and same thing on the other side, 10mm. And there's rubbers. These sit on a like a little rubber grommet. So as soon as you pull those two 10mm bolt out, I'll pull the AC condenser out, and then we'll be taking the wire harness out and put it on the side, on the driver's side, and then all the bolts for the rad support, and rad support's going to be out. So I'll put you on a time lapse, and I'll go ahead and do that. So guys, easy as that. Condenser's out, and as you can see, condenser is shot. It got the brunt of the impact right here in front. I'll try to put it flat here, and yeah, so that's it. The impact was right here in the middle, and it tore out the tubes. All the gas ran out, so this one is scrapped. I'm going to be ordering a new one soon, and that's it. Next, rad support. Couple bolts to take these out, and that's it. Yeah, I forgot to mention that I'll be taking the whole wire harness now out and put it onto the side of the car, so like that I could pull out the rad support. As you can see, the rad support is shot, it's completely gone, and the frame is bent pretty good here. So we'll be fixing that next week. We're going to be bringing this thing to the body shop to get the frame pulled, and I'll be getting into the rad support to get a header panel for the car. I found one on here. It's called Kijiji. It's like a Craigslist, but it's a Canadian version of a Craigslist. So the only thing I have to do is I have to take this out, fill up the holes, but it's in pretty good condition except for that. It's dirty, but it's gonna do the job. So I'm gonna be taking the rad support next out. Pretty easy. 13mm bolt here, here, and here. 10mm here, 10mm here. Same thing on the other side. And then I'll come back and I'll let you know underneath for the engine, for the body mount. It's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, 5/8, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll let you know. So I'll put you guys on a time lapse again, and I'll be pulling that wiring harness out, and then going up and taking the rad support out. So guys, I thought you might want to see the damage a bit more of the frame. Now you can see it a lot better without having the rad support in. So yeah, that's the damage to the frame. Nothing major for me. It's pretty minimal damage for a frame. It's going to be pretty easy to pull out. So same thing on the side here. So that's the problem. That's the frame damage on the car. So that's it. So I'm there. So this week gonna hook up the big Dodge here, working on it right now. A couple little maintenance stuff there, and hook up the big Dodge to the trailer, and we'll be bringing this thing to what's it called, the body shop. So we're gonna be fixing this thing, and the next week, beginning of the other one, we're gonna be starting to reassemble it. Well, actually disassemble it again a bit more. We're gonna be taking off the two fenders to bring it to the body shop so they could fix the fenders, the little bump there, because the fenders are a bit crooked because of the way it impacted. Right here, you guys can see there's a big bump. So on each side is the same thing. So beginning of next week, end of next week or the beginning of the other one, we'll be bringing this to the body shop to get the fenders fixed. And then once they're painted, we'll be bringing everything back here and we'll be reassembling everything. So we'll put this baby back on the road. And after that, we'll start chapter 2 to this build. We'll be building a motor for it. Brand new motor, 109 block. A couple more things to put on, like turbo injectors, port the heads, bigger cam, better pistons. You guys know the drill. So, so I'll see you in the next vlog, and we'll be seeing this thing on the frame machine hopefully next week. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and give me your comments below. Subscribe, like, don't forget, and press on that bell icon so you could don't miss a movie of this beautiful car. So as you can see here, guys, the car is on the frame machine. The job is already done. It's a shame the guys didn't call me, but they forgot. So they pulled the frame perfect. I have nothing to say. It's a very good job. So now the next step is going to be bringing the car home, putting it on, taking the fenders off, bringing it to the body shop and getting painted. And then we reassemble everything. So keep on following, guys. So guys, I brought the bumper reinforcement to get sandblasted a couple days ago, and I went to pick it up today, and I got home and I put it right away into primer so it doesn't flash rust. And I'm going to show you the results of it. And what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be painting it the semi-gloss black, since it's in the back of the bumper. And anyway, it looks clean, nice and clean. That's all I wanted to do as a result. So I'll show you the result in this next clip. So this is the product I use for the primer. It's called Primer. It's a self-etching primer from SEM. Love the product, high quality products. I use that a lot on different projects, and I never had problem with rust underneath and stuff like that. So I really recommend those products. This is the reinforcement after it's been primed. It's nice and straight. This reinforcement had zero rust on it. I got it sandblasted, and it's like new. So project, it's going to go on the project second chance for the Buick Grand National. It's the new bumper reinforcement. So the next step is going to be painting it. I'm going to be painting it with a trem-clad paint, since it's just the bumper reinforcement. It's good for rust prevention and everything. Had good luck with those, so I'm going to be painting the bumper reinforcement with that, and this little piece here that goes on the header panel to get it bolted onto the rad support. So this is my next step. So I'll be putting maybe a little time lapse of me painting it, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so this is the results after one coat of paint. I used trem-clad semi-gloss black rust prevention paint. Just before that, I had shot it with SEM self-etching primer so it doesn't rust underneath. So this is what it looks like after one coat of paint. I'll be waiting until it tacks up a bit, shoot another second coat on it, and that's going to be it. Flip it around and paint the backside, and my bumper reinforcement is going to be ready. I'm going to need this part for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm picking up the Grand National, and I'm going to need this part plus the two shocks to take a look at the alignment of the frame, see if everything's all good. So I'll be filming my outro in a couple of minutes, and I'll be right back with you guys. So guys, as you see today, we saw the disassembly in some photos of the rad support, radiator, AC condenser. Then we saw some pictures of the frame, how it's at now. Sorry I couldn't get pictures of how they did it. The guy didn't call me even if I asked for it. But hey, I can't do nothing about that. So I took some pictures of how it's at now. The frame is perfect. It's square. So tomorrow I'm picking up the car. I'm bringing the bumper reinforcement that I just painted in this video with the two shocks, so I could see the alignment of the bumper if everything's good. If everything's good, loading up the car on the trailer and bringing it back home. And we're going to take apart the fenders on it, fender liners, and we're going to bring everything to the body shop. So in the next few videos, that's what we're going to be doing. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, hit the bell button, and come back and talk to us. Take care, guys.